llegaron las noticias muy alegres que del Perú es diferente.
Y como somos hermanos, la alegría compartimos con todos los campesinos.
¡Ay, viva la revolución! ¡Viva nuestra asociación! ¡Viva el federal!
Hi, I'm Jessica Daly. I'm a first year from the Chicago suburbs, and
I'm Che John from second year from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
the play that we're discussing today is Los Vendidos by Luis Valdez, which was published in 1965. It's the story of Ana Sancho's used Mexican lot and Mexican curio shop, which is a place where Ana Sancho sells Mexican stereotypes to politicians who need Mexicans to stand by them.
In Los Vendidos, Luis Valdez is trying to satire Mexicans' stereotypes in America. Three specific stereotypes mentioned in Los Vendidos is farmer, who's hardworking, dirty, and only speaks Spanish. A lover, old-fashioned, and can't speak English. Heroic and barbaric, but romantic. Last stereotype mentioned in Los Vendidos is zoot suitor, who wears oversized clothing with lots of fabric colors and who also deals with drugs and joints.
This play is a product of the Chicano movement. The Chicano movement comprised of activism by Mexican Americans during the Vietnam War era. This movement gave rise to Chicano theater. Los Vendidos' playwright, Valdez, founded a Chicano theater company, El Teatro Campesino, to help spread his message.
In Los Vendidos, Valdez mentions several historical issues that happens in early 20th centuries. One historical event is Zoot Suit riot, which happened due to a population explosion in Los Angeles. Because of this population explosion in Los Angeles, there was a segregation between white and colored population in Los Angeles. Zoot Suit riders visually defied the norms of segregation by wearing broad-shoulder suit and ballooned pants. Another stereotype mentioned by Valdez is farm workers. There was a law called Bracero Program in 1960s to replace domestic workers with Mexicans during the war period. The law continued even after the war because the pay was low, and growers continuously ignored the law to keep the wage low. The initial impression that we got from this play was it was funny, but satirical. After reading the play, it made us think about the intended audience. Is it meant to be played to white, or is it meant to be played to Mexicans? Another first impression that we got from this play was the objectification of Mexicans as Sancho introduces other Mexicans like a car model.
Upon our second reading of the play, we began to consider who are the real sellouts in Los Vendidos. Los Vendidos means the sellouts in Spanish, and you could make an argument that every one of the characters are in some way selling out their culture. We believe, though, that Miss Jimenez is sort of the real exemplification of a sellout, given that she exemplifies white culture despite the fact that she has Hispanic heritage. Additionally, the second reading of the play helped us to begin to see that the intended audience of this play is probably Mexican Americans. Given that El Teatro de Campesino is a theater where the audience is primarily Mexican American, we believe that this is probably a play written for Mexican Americans. We also discussed the distinction that the play makes between Mexican-born Mexicans and American-born Mexicans, as seen when Miss Jimenez insists that the robot that she purchases is American-born. There's this very Amerocentric air that the play is criticizing.
This play is still important in present day as Americans still hold some stereotypes against Mexicans, such as drugs and joint stealer like Johnny in Los Vendidos. Also, Mexicans are still not paid enough and are put in economic disadvantage like farm workers in Los Vendidos.
Understanding the historical context of this play gave us a better understanding of how to stage it. This research would help us as designers clarify the play to a modern audience.